Welcome to the Santa Paula Art Museum and this ArtSpark virtual tour. My name is Teacher Meg, and I will be your guide and teacher for this tour. So let's get started. This virtual tour features the exhibition Santa Paula Sojourn, a solo exhibition by Shannon Celia. A sojourn is a kind of journey, a special time spent in a special place. For 3 years, painter Shannon Celia came to Santa Paula to look around, discover, explore, and spend time getting to know this place we call home. Celia was fascinated by what she found.
I realized, wow, there is something about historic buildings that just grabbed my heart. I realized I was hunting that down. I was like, give me old buildings and special little nooks and crannies, and that's what I want to paint.
She made it her mission to capture the unique look and feel of Santa Paula and to express it in her artworks. This exhibit features 35 paintings that feature 20 different locations around Santa Paula. One of Celia's favorite spots to explore was Limonera Ranch, where she was guided around by a longtime Limonera employee. Afterwards, this employee remarked that seeing the ranch through the artist's eyes made her fall in love with the place all over again. Celia says, "I hope my show inspires people to look at where they live with fresh eyes and gratitude." As Celia puts it, she wants to show the gritty with the pretty. That means that some of the artworks are the beautiful scenes in Santa Paula that we expect to see, like our downtown, but also the kind of unusual scenes that the artist was drawn to, things that maybe most people don't think are beautiful, like a backroad oil rig, a packed storage shed, or an old bridge. She says, "I'm always looking for subjects with interesting stories, unusual shapes, and amazing light." Let's take a closer look at one of these everyday scenes, a painting with the title Tractor Traffic. There are many fields and ranches in and around Santa Paula, and a tractor on the road is a familiar sight. Have you ever been stuck behind a tractor on the road? Even though this scene is a normal one, Celia makes it visually interesting by using emphasis and perspective. Emphasis is how an artist draws our attention to something in the scene. So what does your eye focus on? How about the tractor? The tractor is emphasized by its bright primary colors of red and yellow. They really stand out and make us notice the tractor's shapes. It is also emphasized by its large size and its position, driving right out of the corner of the painting. Now let's look at the perspective. The perspective is a way of showing us how close or far away things are in a scene. The palm trees on the left side are large and look close to us, but the palm trees on the right look smaller and farther away. Both the palm trees and the lines in the road get smaller and seem to pull our eyes back, creating a sense of deep space and a faraway spot just outside the scene. What do you think we would see in that faraway spot? Celia creates a different kind of perspective in her painting Fly by creating a foreground and a background. Do you recognize this place? It is our very own Santa Paula Airport. It's part of what makes our community unique and special. Celia has captured this familiar scene with many planes parked outdoors and our beautiful South Mountain in the distance. Here we sense that the planes are in the foreground, the part of the scene that is closest to us. Celia paints them very large and also includes lots of small details, like the stripes on the tips of the propeller, the wheels, and the tie-down cables. Objects in the foreground are always larger and have a lot of detail. In contrast, the background is painted very differently. Even though mountains are very large, she paints South Mountain rather small, almost the same size as the plain. And there are no small details. We can't make out any trees or rocks on the mountain anywhere. By making South Mountain small, with no details, Celia makes it feel like part of the background, the part of the scene that is farthest away from us. Even though our artist chooses to focus on subjects that are ordinary and part of the everyday scenes around us, she keeps things interesting by featuring an unusual point of view. The point of view means how we are positioned to look at the scene. In this painting, Balloon Trio, we are looking up from below, an unusual point of view. In this painting, titled Bird Near a Tire, our point of view is down low near ground level, and we are up so close we can't even see the whole tractor. Another unusual point of view. And in this, titled St. Sebastian's, we're looking through one thing, the trees, to focus on another thing, the church's bell tower. These unusual points of view keep our eyes interested in the scene before us. The point of view in this painting is not that unusual. It is very ordinary. We are looking straight forward at a wall. Also, it is a very ordinary scene. It is titled Rakes and Brakes, and it depicts the side of someone's backyard storage shed where they keep their bikes and garden tools. However, the artist still makes it interesting for our eyes by combining lots of intricate lines and shapes into a beautiful composition. Composition is how the lines and the shapes are organized. Lines and shapes are the most basic elements of any artwork, but if used creatively, they can be combined to make a fascinating composition, turning something ordinary into something extraordinary. The lines of the bikes circle and swoop in different directions, and the rakes create sharp lines that cut across the wall, making interesting shapes and sections. In addition to the objects, their shadows create another extra layer of lines, and they all combine to create an interesting visual puzzle and a beautiful composition. Before we end this virtual tour, let's take a look and enjoy a few more artworks by Shannon Celia from her Santa Paula Sojourn.
Those moments, diving deep into the community of Santa Paula, that passion, that love of community definitely translated into the work that I did. I could easily paint for 2 more years in Santa Paula. There were many things that I wanted to capture on canvas that I just didn't get to because a woman only has so much time, right? I so hope when people see all this work hung together that they feel like they want to take more ownership of their town and their surroundings. The more people that talk about things that matter to them and express it, maybe artistically, the more other people think about it. And so I hope with my Santa Paula Sojourn, people come out and talk.
We're so glad you could join us for this ArtSpark virtual tour. We hope you enjoyed the exhibit, Santa Paula Sojourn. To continue your ArtSpark tour experience, look on this page for links to hands-on art projects to explore some of the vocabulary and ideas we covered in this tour. Thanks for visiting the Santa Paula Art Museum. We hope you visit again soon.